Welcome everyone to Spark the... Screw my intro. Like, I don't know why I have to go. Well, my intro would be, welcome everyone to Spark the Genius. I'm your host, Spark the Genius, and I'm here to spark the genius within you. But at this point, they've already flipped through on TikTok or whatever, right? You have like half a second. So we're going to just jump right into this because, well, this is Sarah D. McCarthy, whom I met at, oh look, a Firecracker department brunch this morning. And I just saw her from across the room. I'm like, wow, there was something radiant about her. So I had to speak to her, and then we got disconnected because I got an email saying I was supposed to interview a couple of Finnish directors. And then I got here to do that, and now we're doing our interview. And I just asked her, because I said, oh, Sarah D. McCarthy, like on Instagram, not to be confused with Sarah McCarthy. And she's like, oh, I didn't meet another Sarah McCarthy until, well, recently. But then you start talking about a boyfriend that, well, he tried to find you on ICQ and found out another Sarah McCarthy and wound up dating her. Which is why I was going to say that as a joke, but then it's true. And then turns out she lived like a town near you. Did I sum that all up?
That's about right.
Is she related to you?
No,
okay.
Not related. The end of the story is that I worked for the Leafs, so I was like the Toronto Maple Leafs brand ambassador.
Yep.
And if you looked up Sarah McCarthy, that Sarah McCarthy had very scandalous photos of her in Bruins jerseys. So,
like what? Like it says, like with OnlyFans, or like way back in the day, just for some reason.
Yeah, just for some reason. I think it was like.
I mean, how scandalous can it be in a Bruins jersey? It covers most of you. Like it showed her knees.
Yeah. Basically, it was the posing, I suppose.
Yeah, like, oh, look at me in a Bruins shirt.
Yeah, like,
why would she do
Bruins?
What a specific thing for her to be doing, and related to your hockey thing.
I know.
We should look her up. Do we have? Well, he dated her.
He dated her.
Wait, is that the same one, or this is a different one now?
This is the same one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. I've never really looked her up. I should have. But
did you look up the photos, or did he tell you?
I didn't reach out to her.
Oh, right.
I looked her up to find her, but.
So did you look her up before, like after he said, oh, wait, okay, I probably screwed up the story a bit. So how did you learn this story from the other guy?
He reached out to me and said he was trying. He actually eventually found me because Facebook became a thing. And
so he dated this other girl for 2 years.
And then told me years later.
And by the way,
I looked for you years ago, and I couldn't find you, but I found a different Sarah McCarthy, and I dated her. I was like,
it shows how replaceable we all are. I was looking for a woman. She answered, so she gets me.
She had the same name.
And did that make you think, oh wow, that's hot, I want to date you now? Or were you like, no, you missed your chance? Like, because he broke up with Bruins girl, so now he's.
I don't know what happened with them. I have no idea.
And this is a guy
I dated in high school.
Right.
For like 2 months.
And I just talked to the Finnish director. Somehow we got on this tangent about that, and I said, like, girls tend to like, oh, we dated, we're done, but guys like obsessed. Like, I'm still thinking about girls from university and stuff. And the woman was like, well, I don't know. It's more like creative people tend to, like, she thinks about all her ex-boyfriends, like they had this deep connection.
Yeah, of course.
So it's not necessarily gender. It's more the type of person you are. So are you the type of person to be like, I dated you in high school, you're gone? Or
no, absolutely not. I am friends with almost every single person that I've ever dated. 2 of them were at my wedding.
All of mine have blocked me on Facebook. It's gone.
Except the guy that I dated for 10 years on and off.
Oh, he's gone.
He cut me out.
He cut you out? Why would he do that?
I don't know.
What a fool.
I don't know. He also had why am I telling this story?
This is good. This is I'm like, people are like, what a good interviewer. You can get people to talk about something that they never thought.
You really shouldn't be talking.
It's his
stories. It's his stories.
His story. Does he have a Sarah D. McCarthy on his arm?
He had a tattoo of me. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He already hates me.
Like your whole body, or like a face?
Yeah, it was a whole body.
Like a pin-up girl kind of thing? Like looking like Betty Grable or whatever?
She had a heart in her hand with blood running down. I should not be telling this.
You should be telling the police this story.
I've heard since that he's now married, and I'm sure he has a lovely life, and I wish him well.
Do you think his wife has to look at this thing every day?
Well, he got it removed, apparently.
That would take a while.
I know.
Or maybe he just put her head on it.
Oh, imagine.
Or her head on instead of the bloody heart. Like, oh, wow.
I don't know.
So yeah, and he's the one that cut you off.
Yeah, he cut me off. I wish him well.
I think you're probably. Oh yeah, so I mean, obviously, okay, he cut you off. I bet his wife said, "This is over. Like you are not keeping in touch with Tattoo Girl." Yeah, there's something. Or he realized, I can't. Like it's like like alcoholic saying, I can't drink. Like I can't like have a shot of it. Like it's over. Wow. Nobody has a tattoo of me that I know of. So.
That you know of.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus. Okay, but what about the guy who looked you up on ICQ? Like obviously he loves you. He loves girls named Sarah McCarthy or whatever. Like. Any chance there?
No, I'm married. I have a child.
Jesus. So when you said you're meeting your partner at 4, that was like a serious partner. You're not screwing around.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's a lucky guy, I guess.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
I don't know what he. Yeah. How did he get you?
Tinder.
I've never met a normal person on Tinder. Damn it.
I mean, it was like 2014.
It was early Tinder when it's still
early.
cool. It's like, oh, what is this?
Yeah, exactly.
I learned about it. Do you know Christina Walkinshaw? Local comedian. She used to do a blog called like Tinder Tuesday. So every Tuesday she'd write about another Tinder guy she dated. She's still single and plowing through them all. She's on cruise ships doing comedy. But she was in Toronto. I was like, what is Tinder? A dating app I haven't heard of? And I signed up, and it's like, I don't know. It was never good. But you found the one good person, and boom.
I found the one.
See, that's the thing. I did meet one woman who was pretty cool. She turned out to be the sister of this girl I went to university with, and her sister's this big screenwriter, and the family owns this vineyard, and they're all redhead, and I was ginger, and I'm like, oh, we got redhead kids, but I still screwed it up. I was like, she came over to stay with me once, and I'm like, oh yeah, you can have the spare bedroom, and I'll sleep. And I'm like, no. If a girl stays over, you put her in your bed. You'd be like, oh, you can't use that room. And so I friend zoned myself. And then the next time she's like, oh, can I stay? Can I use your car? Like, I need to park at a place downtown because I got a Tinder date. I'm like, oh, have I friend zoned myself? No. Wow. Yeah. So that was the one thing I could have done on Tinder. But
that one out.
Now I just got to go to film festivals and interview married women. Oh, Jesus. Is he creative at least, or like what was it that?
Yeah, he's really funny. He's wait, was this a date?
Who, you and me? No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just no. Not a date. I don't know, was it?
No.
Okay, no, then it was. No, I'm kidding. It was not a date. No. I that was a joke about. Yeah. Holy jeez. Awkward now. No, you're way out of my league. It's fine. I just want to be friends with people. Yeah. You know, I mean, I've already ruined that even, but whatever. But you keep in touch with everybody. You've just said you keep in touch with every crazy guy, so you can't cut me out now.
No,
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
all right.
True.
I just got to go get a tattoo of you at Queen Street after that. Okay, I won't do that. Jesus. No, but I like learning how, there's the TikTok Meet Cutes NYC where they come up to people, are you a couple? How did you meet? It's like 1 million followers. People love hearing stories about how you met, because then it's like, oh, maybe I can do that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Well, we met on Tinder. But we had 5 mutual friends because you knew who your mutual friends on Facebook were. Right. And apparently we had been at the same party several times. There's an annual party that our friend has, our mutual friend, and in his photo album, he takes photos of everybody. Yeah. And in the photo album, there's a photo of me, and there's a photo of Kevin.
Wow.
Like right after, but we don't remember ever meeting.
Huh. So much for love at first sight, like it was destined to be.
No, there was also another time that we both remember being at Woodbine Beach or Ashbridges or whatever, and my friend, I was there with my friend, he was playing volleyball, and our friends knew each other. Wow. And we both remember going, oh my God, we don't want to stand here talking while the other two were talking.
Oh, wow.
We didn't meet each other. We just remember not wanting to talk to these people.
I wonder if one of you had just said, hey, what are you doing? If it would have been like, hey, now we can talk to each other.
Or we never would have gotten together.
Yeah, and then it would have ruined it.
Timing was just
right. You don't know. And how many years after that did you finally meet on Tinder or whatever?
It would have been 2 years later.
Okay, so you didn't lose that much time.
No, but...
It's not like...
No.
Yeah, it's like, 20 years of... And maybe it's good. Like, after 2 years, you're like, now I really want someone. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Because, when I broke up with my girl when I was 18, I was like, I don't know, there's million... But then you go, after a while you go, no, there's not better people. Yeah. Maybe you were like, I'm locking you down now. Because otherwise he would have just been another ex that you cut off.
Yeah, totally.
You had to be ready. So that's good. Kevin, you
just have to be 30 and go, okay.
Yes. It's like musical chairs. Okay, who's left? Yeah. I do not want to be... Oh, yeah, that's the...
Essentially.
God, I should have locked it down. Oh, man. When I was 32, I met this girl.
Yeah, but then you just have to wait till everybody's on their divorces.
I know, but I just feel like... I don't know. I feel... Because then they've got grown kids, and I'm just like, do I want... I guess if I was also getting divorced, okay, great, but I feel like I've missed out on life, and now,
No way.
I don't know. I don't know what's left for me. Maybe nothing, and maybe that's my lot in life.
No way.
That's fine. So what are you working on? Your Instagram is like Silver Linings, Sarah Silver Linings?
So that Instagram account started because in 2020, when everything was locked down, I stopped dyeing my hair and I was growing it out, and I took a PR class with U of T continuing studies. They have this like really great digital media class, and part of that you had to choose if you wanted to do a blog, vlog, podcast. I can't remember anyway. So I chose, and then you had to do the social media combination with it.
Yeah.
So I chose to do a blog, and that's why I started the account. So it was like, it was basically like showing me growing out my gray hair, and then also just finding the silver linings in life, because
it works out both
ways. It was a really
ways.
dark time. So,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember.
I wasted 3 years of my life.
Totally, right? So anyway, so that's why I started the Instagram account. And then I've kind of changed it more into my like professional acting account. I have another personal account, but it's mostly my baby. So I wrote and I star in a show called Bollies. It can be found on Bell 5 TV1.
Yeah. It's about volleyball players?
No, it's about, I keep trying to get volleyball in it, but so far no. But it's about volunteer firefighters.
Oh, is that the term they use, or did you make up?
My friend is very involved in the volunteer firefighting community, and she told me that volleys.
Wow, so you had to actually do research on what you're writing about. And then, you were going to say John from Jonavision is part of it, or whatever?
Jonathan.
Was he an ex-boyfriend? How'd you meet him?
No. How did I meet him? I mean, Nova Scotia is just really small.
Okay.
So
this was in Nova Scotia, or you just have mutual friends?
No, I met him in Nova Scotia. I grew up there. I lived there until 2012. I moved to Toronto in 2012.
Oh, so you're fresh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
11 years, I guess.
Yeah.
That seems. Once you're old, 11 years is nothing.
Tell me about it, I know. I did a very small scene on Mr. D where I played his girlfriend. So I guess kind of yes, he is an ex-boyfriend, but like fake.
Wait. Oh, you played John's ex-girlfriend, and Mr. D, is that the Jerry D show?
Yeah, the Jerry D show. Jonathan played the vice principal.
Wow.
And I just had one episode, one scene. It was really fun of me breaking up with him.
Oh, wow. Well, you've had lots of experience with that, so you could draw on your crazy. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
This whole silver hair, because I've seen some women that's their whole thing about natural silver and all this on Instagram, and women love it. It's very empowering.
For sure.
Is that scary? Because I realize I don't even know what normal hair looks like. Like, because people's hair pretty much starts going gray at 30 or something. You never see it because women dye it.
Mine started going gray. My sister found a gray hair on me when I was 6, and then I started going gray when I was 14. So I was dyeing my hair from junior high.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know how much gray would be under there.
Yeah.
It was terrifying. I had been talking about not dyeing my hair for a really long time.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking me out of it because they said that I'd look old and whatever.
Yeah.
And I almost started I almost stopped dyeing it in several times, but 2019 I was really ready. And somebody talked me out of it, and then the pandemic hit, and there was just a really good opportunity, obviously. So it was terrifying to be growing out. I very much hid. I didn't post any photos of myself for a really long time, and then I found there's a Silver Sisters community, it's called.
Wow.
Online, and it's just like thousands and thousands, and especially at that time there were so many women doing it at the same time that it was like really empowering to be doing it together. And it is really hard, and the first probably 7 months are the hardest because it doesn't look like it's on purpose. And it took like 2 full years before it was like until I could put it in a ponytail and it could be all gray.
And did it feel good in the end? Like you're empowered, like just finally free, you don't have to worry about it? Or
it's really interesting that I think about my hair way less now than I ever did, because I had to dye my hair every 10 days by the end because I was like constantly so afraid that people would know that, because I was so young. I mean 40 now, but like I was like, I can't be gray this young. So I used to think about my hair all the time, and now I just don't have to think about it as much. Even though it's way more noticeable, like people see a younger face with completely white hair, but I just don't have to think about it as much. I will say, like, it is, when I know that I'm going to be meeting new people, I am nervous that they will think that I'm much older than I am, or when I'm auditioning. I know when I first started growing up my gray, my agent didn't really want me to because he didn't know how to market me because I have a younger vibe, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
So people are like, what you know,
like,
hey, retirement home, but
yeah.
like, no, you're obviously not, like, are you cosplaying an older person? Like, what's going on?
So you just like, I mean, I have to tell myself all the time that if everybody stopped dyeing their hair, then this is what women would look like.
That's
so
the thing.
Somebody's got to do it. I can pave the way for other people to not have to dye their hair.
I'm always like, women, it would be so liberating to not be a constant, like, dyeing. Even like my grandmother, when she was in her 90s, like in a home, they finally stopped dyeing her hair for a bit because it was irritating her or something, and she was looking at me and going, oh my God, I look old. I'm like, but you're 95. Like,
I know.
And she was still like, but I just feel, and obviously you look great. You must have people coming up to you all the time, like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, I wish I could do that, or just something, or I don't know.
No. I would say this, like other gray-haired women, we kind of talk to each other.
Yeah.
But like online, people like to tell me they like my hair. But no, I don't get the.
Well, maybe that's good. Maybe it's just we're normal people. Like, we don't go up to people. Oh, I love you. Like, just mind your own business. Like, everybody's got their own problems.
I don't know.
Nobody cares. All right. Well, see if you see her, go up to her.
Yeah, for sure. I do sometimes want to have a T-shirt that says "Ask me about my gray hair."
Do it.
I know.
And then your little website, Silver Linings, or at Silver Linings, or have your brand.
Yeah,
and then you could sell T-shirts that say that to all your silver sisters.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's done it.
No, you know what? Have you heard about it? You would know about it if it was big enough, right?
That's true.
So just do it. And that's why I always tell myself, oh yeah, somebody's done it. It's like, even if they have, who cares? You do it too, right?
Yeah, that's
You can't
true.
shut yourself down.
Really good.
Yeah. And then that'll be yeah, that's the thing, because everything's done. Everything's taken.
Yeah.
You can't own anything. You just got to do it yourself. And then there's billions of people in the world. Like, even if somebody else has done it, we don't know about it. So yeah, we'll blast it out. I'm going to design it for you in Canva or something.
Okay.
And then, maybe it could be part of my brand, Spark the Genius. Like, I'm teaming up with Silver Linings or whatever. This is good. See, we've sparked an idea. That's why I like doing my podcast. Just come up with ideas and like bloom kind of thing. I've sparked the genius within you kind of thing.
Thanks.
This is so exciting. All right. Yeah, because even when I was growing in my beard for a little bit, I'm like, do I have sunscreen on my face? No, I'm not wearing sunscreen. Why is it white? Oh my God, like stuff like that. So I can see it's a bit disconcerting. But yeah, like my first girlfriend, Sarah, her name was Sarah, when we were both 18, she had a streak of white hair, and I guess maybe that's different. I don't know what that is. But then, I was dating a girl, Jen, in her like 30, and had jet black Irish hair kind of thing. But so any white hair would stand out, and she was plucking. I'm like, don't pluck your hair, you're going to lose your...
I know.
Yeah, it made me so sad. I'm like, just embrace it. So good for you and I mean, at least it must make you more, I don't know, unique in a way. Like if everybody's dyeing their hair or whatever, like it kind of stands out. So at least you've got your niche. Like who's the girl in the 80s with like her beauty marks? Like, oh, you're not covering
Cindy
Crawford. So she's known for this thing that everybody else would be making up or having removed or whatever kind of thing. So you could do your thing. But is that so? You're an actress? Like so? Okay, so you're doing your volleys. Are you just writing that? Or are you acting in it?
I write. It's an ensemble piece.
Yeah,
so,
but you're in it.
Yeah. The lead of the ensemble.
Well, how'd you get cast in that? Oh, just
wrote it myself.
Happened to be the right person for the role.
Yeah.
What do you play? Like a woman who volunteers? Like what do you?
It's about a group of volunteer firefighters in small town Nova Scotia. We made up the town, Essex, West Essex.
Wow.
And I play Danny, who is the captain. We just filmed season 3.
Wow.
Season 1, Jonathan was nominated for a CSA for supporting actor. Season 2,
Canadian Screen Award.
Our DOP, Tim Momberket, was nominated last year for season 2.
Jesus.
So this is my year.
Even if you don't win, who cares? Just saying nominated, you're just racking them up.
Yeah, we were also top 10 for Audience Choice Awards. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I got to start watching Bell 5-1 or whatever.
I know.
Do you have to have Bell 5 TV? Like, where would I even?
Okay.
I haven't actually watched TV for I watch everything on my phone now. It's TikToks, it's YouTube.
Yeah.
Guess I gotta. Are you allowed to? Or you were saying can you put it on YouTube or something, or when the contract runs out maybe or something?
Hopefully.
Do you do your own YouTube stuff? Are you doing your other?
I don't, but I should.
Yeah.
I did when I first started doing Sarah Silver Lining.
Yeah.
As part of the class, I was doing YouTube videos, just like cleaning a cast iron pan and doing a a backyard blow-up pool and how to keep that clean. It was just like how
cleaning? What are you doing? Why are you cleaning in your videos?
It was just like ways to keep busy when you're in
right.
lockdown.
Was it supposed to be funny, or you just?
No, it was informative.
Yeah, you're like how to clean a pan. Or here I am cleaning a pan. Sure, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just making content. I shouldn't be bashing it. What do I post? Like, whatever. Here's me eating lunch. Whatever. Okay, that's good. But the big thing now is like reels, like short sort of content. Those can. So if you make a reel or a TikTok, it's amazing.
I
did one.
I am on TikTok. I don't really use it. Not my very first. I think my second. I posted that I had cut off all of my the dye.
Yeah.
And that got like 150,000 views.
That's what I'm talking about.
I know. And then I posted a video of my friend. We hired Michael Myers, somebody to dress up like Michael Myers from Halloween, and follow him around on his 40th birthday.
Oh.
And so I put that on TikTok, and it has like 750,000 views. It's wild.
What do you?
But then all my other videos have like 30.
Well, that's the thing. You just have to keep throwing them out. Like I was trying to get big on TikTok, like trying to get to 1,000 followers. So I go live. I'm like, oh, here's me dancing. Here's me doing a duet with Howie Mandel. Whatever, nothing. And then one morning I woke up, I got 12,000 views on what's this? Oh, it's me like telling you about, oh, here's a strawberry frappuccino I bought, and the girl gave me a pup cup for my whipped cream or whatever. And then it blew up. I got 2.4 million views. I got 6,000 followers just from that.
What?
And then it's like, that's it. Like, so you don't know what's gonna hit.
Yeah.
And then, most of my stuff, 300 views, whatever. It's not like, unless it hits and it's something. But if I do something about like Star Wars, like here's me reacting with Star Wars, then it's 80,000 views. But that feels like cheating. Like, I want to be like, no, you love me for me, not because I'm talking about a lightsaber. So, but it does seem like, the same video has like 200 views on Instagram. Like TikTok, you can really, like I could see if every day you had your silver sister kind of thing. But I mean, I guess, what's the point? You could have millions of views on it. But I guess that would still help if you have a link to something, ask me about my hair t-shirt or something, just something where you can be like, it'll benefit from this. Or, just a clip of your show, whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll
We'll work on it.
I'll throw this on TikTok and we'll see what happens. Oh my gosh. So then, I guess, all right. So is the show your main thing? Or you still do auditions? Like anything else you want to pitch?
4 auditions due this week. So
wow. For what, commercials or TV?
3 of them are voiceover. One's an audiobook. One's a commercial, and what is the other one? Maybe it's 2 commercials. And then the other, this is actually, I don't know if I can say this. Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
So the other one is kind of a full circle moment in that I was the assistant to a director back in Nova Scotia, and when I looked at the breakdown for this audition, I saw that he's the director, and I was like, oh, I helped his baby. The baby's probably like 15 years old now.
Maybe it's your baby.
It's definitely not my baby.
Okay, that's not how it works?
I don't think so.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So it does come full circle. Yeah, that hopefully he remembers you. Like, oh yeah.
I know, yeah. We'll
He's
see.
like, who's this gray-haired lady? That must be Sarah's mother.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know what's going on there. Well, that's exciting. And so you do a lot of voice acting? Or a couple of auditions is pretty good. The voice acting.
Yeah, like I've done. Well, we're locked out right now, and the last.
Are we?
Thing
Who's locked out?
Actra's locked out. We've been
Are
locked
we?
out. Oh yes, we've been locked out for.
Tells you how many auditions I get. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it's been like 16 months.
Wait, for what?
For commercials, we've been locked out. There are still
16 months.
Like I just did a commercial last week, but it's been 16 months that we've been locked out. You should look it up. It's awful.
That's hilarious. I was just telling somebody today. I'm like, yeah, I guess I haven't had an audition in a couple of years. Like, I guess my agent hates me. I'm like, no, I had no idea.
It's not good.
And I'm a copywriter. You'd think I write commercials. You'd think I know these things. Because I know they're always protesting. I get these emails. We're protesting outside Wendy's because they broke the union or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, should I be mad?
Wendy's, Sleep. I shouldn't even be saying their names. I don't want people to go, let me go buy that, because we don't want to go there.
What, is there people out there, I hate the union, I'm going to go support Wendy's in Sleep Country, Canada?
Sleep Country. So that's who I do.
Why buy a mattress anywhere else? That's a regular. Sorry, you did what? What? We're mad at them? Oh, you have an audition for Sleep Country? Oh, you did something.
I did something for them.
Like recently?
No, before we were locked out.
And now you feel guilty.
They wanted to renew it, but they wanted to do it
non-union.
I don't think I should be talking.
Why not?
I don't know.
It's look at every Hollywood celebrities that are yelling about we're mad at Disney or whatever.
I'm very mad at all of them. I wish they would just come back to the table and resolve this whole thing.
I wonder. It's hard to know who's right. Like I remember I had the guy from the Canadian advertising somebody or whatever messaging me, going like telling me here's the other side of the because this a couple of years ago, like ACTRA and they were like voting on something, and I'm like I don't know. It sounds like there's probably 2 stories to it.
I don't think so. We'll just pay workers.
I guess. It's tough, because, like, what are we demanding? Like, I was looking at what the SAG demands are, and it's like, they don't even know. We want, like, 6, or the writers, like, we want 6 writers on every show. It's like, or, you know, you can't own, like, AI, like, technology moves forward, too. Like, you can't keep it in a bottle. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but
hopefully we can figure it out.
Artists just pay artists.
But I guess in the end, if they
you won't have AI if you don't have artists, because how do you train AI?
Yeah, we still need human beings. Like, nobody wants to read an AI. I was listening to a podcast about it yesterday, and it's like, even if the script is all written by AI, you still want to feel like a human wrote it. Like, you want to feel like, I don't want to read a book that AI wrote. Like, you need I don't know. But maybe, I guess if they just all start using non-union people, and that's it, and it's all... That's what, like, in Ottawa, there's a lot of background acting. They're always looking for non-union back. Every now and then there's a union thing, so I play a hotel guy or something, but then there's non-union. And then I go, well, should I just go non-union? There's more stuff? I don't know. But
it's more stuff, but you're not making as much
great
money.
Yeah, because they're all making minimum wage, and they don't get the sandwich. Like, I get a special, but they come out like, Josh, where's the union guy? The sandwich? I go, oh, like sandwich. I feel like special.
I know.
So that's exciting. Well, okay, so you're all right. Well, you're multi-talented. People are always mad when they hear, like, what Angelina Jolie's doing voice act. Like, leave that for the ugly people. Like, so it's not fair that you get to be a model and I'm gonna do voice, but whatever. Talent knows no bounds. And you're like Brad Pitt, a beautiful person trapped in or a character actor trapped in a Brad Pitt, whatever.
Totally.
It's all
That's
good.
How I feel, just like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, exactly. It's a perfect analogy. It's ridiculous. So your partner, you're not meeting him to work on anything. He just sort of supports you rah-rah in the background kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, he has written some of the funniest jokes on Bullies that have made it in. He's really good.
He'll throw something from the kitchen table. But
for sure.
Wow, so that's the stuff you dream about. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
It's really fun. He is very humble about his humor, his sense of humor, but he's very funny.
Yeah.
Really, like, quiet sense of humor.
Well, so that's the thing. There's a clip of, who's the guy from Breaking Bad? He's yelling about the union stuff lately. But anyways, he tells a story about how he played a dentist on Seinfeld, and then he was just rehearsing his lines, and then he hears a voice going, oh, you should take a sniff of the anesthesia yourself. And it's like, what? It was just like a crew guy on a bridge or something, and he tried doing it, and he killed. So it was just, you never know where the idea is going to come from, like just a regular person. But a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not a comedian, I can't. It's like, nobody's it's not like a medical license. Anybody can say something funny kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
it's like that thing that comedians don't like to go to Newfoundland because they know that the audience is going to be telling better jokes than they can.
That's funny. Yeah, you're like, oh, yeah. You just turn the camera around then. Kind of. Yeah. Have you ever done stand-up? Have you ever thought about doing that? It's scary.
I've thought about it.
You got to do it.
It's too terrifying.
I know. I was saying that to the other people at the interview. They're like, it's so hard. I'm like, yeah, I've done it. I take classes all the time. It's always scary. But that's why it's good.
Yeah.
Just forces yourself to do something.
I've bombed so hard with improv that I'm like, I don't know.
And even improv, you feel safe because it's like improv. Everybody knows you're making it up, so it's like, listen, I just made that up. But stand-up, like, okay, you thought about this, you planned this, and it still sucks. Yeah, I don't want to hear that. But you could do a whole thing just about like your silver sister. Like, it'd be a unique thing. Like, oh, it was hard to let it grow out. I like tell the story, and oh my God, you go girl, or whatever. And then you're wearing your T-shirt, ask me about your hair. Oh my God, I'm gonna buy your merch at the end of your amateur night act kind of thing.
So I just go and do a sales pitch? Is that what?
Yeah, it's like, well, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about like brand extension, but every comedian has merch, like a little line from their joke. It'll be like, selling T-shirts that says whatever Kevin Hart said in the thing or whatever. And people like to support people, and they might be more like, all right, I'll buy your shirt. I'm not going to send $10 to your Patreon, but a thing I can wear. Especially if it's a thing that they can sort of ask me about my hair, or naturally, it's like that's something they feel they're part of as well. It's not just a joke from the thing. Look, I listened to Sarah's show. It's like I'm part of a community. Like, you're in the Firecracker department. I bet people feel part of that, like the other firecrackers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is the first event that I've gone to.
Oh, wow.
I've been following them for 5 years.
Yeah.
But this is the first time that I'm like, okay, I'm going to go.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, well, I'm glad we happened to be there at the same time. Yeah. I was beating myself up for showing up 2 hours late because I slept in. I'm like, and then I show up like, oh my God, I would have loved this. All these creative women, I could talk. So, but if I'd come at a different time, maybe I wouldn't have talked to you. And then, so you never know what's going to happen. But it kind of sparked in me. I'm like, I'd love to have my own creative community like this. Or at least help people, because I know she's made it for women, so I can't really. I don't know if I could even join, but I want to help women.
For everyone.
Yeah.
supposed to be like women-centric.
And I've been in things like that. Like this woman, Kathy Heller, has a podcast, and don't keep your day job, and she keeps talking about empowering women, and women are. But I, took one of her classes once. It was like 3,000 women and me. But I don't mind that. And I'm like, yeah. And people are like, why are you, like, you're a copywriter, you're not, what are you doing in here? Like, these are all like housewives, like, I'm going to be creative, I'm going to sell a cupcake. And I'm like, well, I had a radio show. I'm like, what? But then I can, help them as well. Like, I can be there as a sounding board. That's what I just love. Like, just giving people permission to be like, oh, here's something I can do too. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And then they say goodbye. And I'm like, but remember me? And like, no. Don't block. So that's what I get. Well, cool. Well, thank you for being on my show. Yeah. Have you ever thought of doing a podcast yourself or anything?
Thought about it.
Of course you have. But,
who hasn't?
I know. But then, and then I'm like, you should have one. But I'm like, I should just do my own I should get my own interviews up. I can't be pushing it. You've got your own like series and stuff. Why do I have to? Anybody can have a podcast. Not everybody can have a Bell 5-1 season 3, right? That's
true.
A bit more of a barrier to entry there. So if you need any bald volleys, yeah, there's that. And all right. And I'll just see your dress. Like, is this your style? Like, kind of.
I would love to be able to dress like this every day. I do not. But
so
I don't know if I have a style.
You're not always like wearing sort of a 1950s Mad Men dress.
No.
This is just special for the brunch.
They ask people to wear red dresses. And although I do have several red dresses.
That's true.
I always say I don't look good in red, and then I'm like, I have a closet full of them. So.
Have you ever looked like? Are there color experts that can tell you with your skin tone what would look good?
Oh, probably. I should do that actually.
Yeah. No, you haven't. Whatever. That's a bit much work. But I just realized I was always wearing autumn because people kept saying you're an autumn, and I'm like, oh, I'll wear topaz and red, like all this. And then after years, I realized I look washed out when I wear any of that. I like to wear black or navy because then I sort of somehow it makes me feel better. So now I'm
I like jewel tones.
Yeah, you like them. We don't know if they look good on you, but you like them.
They do look good on me.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Is this a jewel tone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ruby.
Yeah.
All right. I love it. Oh, and there's a ruby. Is that the wedding ring?
Yeah.
God, look at that rock, people.
Right.
This is why you got to get on Tinder. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, thanks so much, and we'll have you on again sometime.
Wonderful.
Bye.